Hi, everyone. It's Tina from Vibrant Travel. Today, we're talking about Venice and how you get around Venice, or the best way to get around. Before we start, tell you a little bit about Vibrant Travel. We are a full-service agency, and we specialize in Europe, specifically Ireland, Iceland, and Italy. So in addition to those specialties, we offer a fun trip every year, bucket list, if you will, to some interesting destinations. So if you're interested in Korea and Japan, give us a call because we have that coming up in 2025. So enough of that. Let's talk about Venice. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a little bit about the Vaporetto, which is the water bus, basically, to get around Venice. And I'm going to talk a little bit also about my arrival in Venice, so you get a feel for that. So the first thing I want to say before I share my screen is we took the train from Munich to Venice. That is the most amazing view. We passed by the Dolomites. And if you don't know what the Dolomites are, they're basically the Alps in Italy. Just stunningly beautiful. My plan was to sleep on the train, even though it was daytime, to at least relax. And I did not. I took pictures the whole time. I'll have a short video coming out about that, so you can sort of see just how stunningly beautiful. And honestly, I don't know that pictures do them justice. Maybe a professional photographer, but not me. And just wonderful. I think Northern Italy, if you've never been, will surprise you. It does not look like what you're picturing on the Amalfi Coast and all of that. It is just stunning. So I'll end my whole excitement about the train ride. If you've never done it, do it at least once. So that said, when you arrive by train, you will exit in Santa Lucia. Santa Lucia is on the island of Venice, not on the mainland. Okay, so if you're staying, which obviously I recommend you're going to stay on the island when you're going to Venice, it's beautiful. The train station is easily maneuverable. It's small. When you get off, it's the end of the line, by the way. When you get off, it's like you swing these doors open to this magical place. I'm going to show you a picture. The picture is not going to do it justice, but there's a picture of Vaporetto in there too. So I want to show you a little bit of that. So anyway, when you get off, you just walk into this magical place. And give me just a moment. I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you this magical place, and then I'll be sharing my screen through most of this. There we go. So this is what you step out into, and it was a little slightly cloudy, but it cleared up a little bit. Beautiful sunset you can see is starting. This was roughly 6 o'clock in the evening, so it was just starting to get that tinge of orange in the sky. Just stunningly beautiful. And if you follow my mouse here, this is where you'll buy the tickets for the Vaporetto. So you have two options. I'm going to recommend you buy them in advance if you already know. We'll talk a little bit about that. But if you didn't, you can just stop right by here and buy the Vaporetto tickets. Vaporetto gets you everywhere. I'm about to show you all of that as well. So first of all, you step off with your luggage, walk over there, buy the Vaporetto. Now, I will tell you, I was not 100% sure where my hotel was in relation to the Vaporetto. So we decided we were going to take a water taxi. They are a whole lot more than Vaporetto. So if you're trying to budget appropriately, you want to spend your money elsewhere, then I would say go ahead and just get the Vaporetto to your hotel if you can. Depends on obviously where your hotel is, but the Vaporetto was actually and literally maybe 50 steps from my hotel, so I could have saved a bit of money there, but it was definitely an experience taking a water taxi to our hotel. And as I say, you'll buy it here. Water taxi tickets are just a little bit to the left. I didn't get it. So this picture, it looks a little daunting. Please don't feel afraid of this, but it looks a little daunting. This is basically the map of all the different ships or boats, I should say. It's not really a ship, and where they go. They go all the way around the island. The nice thing is it also goes to Burano if you want to go to Burano and these areas out here. So just really, really a great way to get around when you're in Venice. And this, if I can shrink it, I can't shrink it. I'll show you the next one. This is this is the one right next to my hotel. This is in front of each station. ACTV is the one that we purchased. There's another one. This is the government one. So this is the one we went on. You can see this little arrow shows you the direction. So I have another picture that you'll see that shows similar, but going the other way. So you'll know it's going to be heading that way when it lands at the little dock that you'll stand at. So this shows you all the stops on number 1. So there are a few different numbers. You just look for the number on the boat and you follow it through, and this will show you where you're going. Rialto Bridge, you see that, anything that stands out. You can get it to the airport as well, but it's extra. So just so you know. So pretty easy to look at, really simple. And, the island's small. So if you get on the wrong one, you can get on the right one. So this did not come out as well, but what I wanted to show you was this is 2 different directions, right? Same boat, 2 different directions. Boat number 1. And then this at the bottom right of the screen is the tap. So you get your ticket, you walk up there, you tap, and it activates your ticket for the first time. First time you tap, it activates, and then we're going to talk in a minute about costs and what you do. So you tap it and activate your card, and then it's good for 24, 48, 72, however long you purchased, hours, however long you purchased your ticket for. I recommend don't get a 1 day unless you're only going to be there 1 day, but because it's just so convenient. Now, besides the Vaporetto, you're going to be walking a lot. If you don't want to walk, that's fine. Vaporetto is perfect for that. And it's a great view. It's fun. It can be really packed sometimes and sometimes not. If you're going during high season in the summer, you're probably going to have a lot of people. Sunday, for some reason, maybe being that it is Sunday and churchgoers, it wasn't as bad. Monday was crazy. And so keep that in mind. And also you'll see signs, which I thought I took pictures of, but I couldn't find them really quick this morning. You'll see signs for pickpockets. As in most places in Europe, there are pickpockets. So when you have your backpack, wear your backpack on the front, or carry it a little lower with you so it's harder for someone to reach into the backpack. Nothing really besides that to worry about. Always read the government guidelines when you travel. So this is where you'll activate. So let's get out of there. And I think that was really, I just had a couple of pictures. Yeah. So let's look at this. This is the website, and they also, if I loaded it up, you can sort of see it. I know it's small because you're watching the screen. I'll show it to you at the end when I get off the screen, but this is the app. So you can download the app. I will tell you, I don't think I used the app. I can't recall, honestly, but I'm having trouble logging in today. So I think I didn't use the app, and I wish I had, because I lost my ticket. Your tickets it's like money. If you lose it, they will not take your reason for losing it. I will tell you, I tried. People must try it all the time. But I actually had to buy another ticket. And I think I had bought a 2 or 3 day ticket. So I had to pay again for a 1-day ticket because I only had a day left. So don't lose it. From what I understand, you can use the app when you're on that little entry equipment. So let's talk about let's talk about the Vaporetto. So this is the website avm.avmspa.it. And you'll see a lot on there because that particular website has buses and everything else. So, but this is what we're talking about, the Vaporetto. Okay. It's very small. I can't really, I could enlarge it, but let's look here. Can you see the number 2 here? The number 2 is which boat it is. So remember, we talked about number 1. This is number 2. Kind of easy. You can see there's plenty of room in there. You can sit inside. Most of the time I stood here because I was taking pictures, and it's kind of fun to stand here. This is where you get on and off. Just super easy. This again is the stand. So you go stand in here. It's kind of like a bus stop. You know, you stand in here and then you get on. Now, I will say it's a boat. I did not see anyone with mobility issues necessarily, other than a cane, on the boat. Doesn't mean it's not accessible, but I didn't really see anything specifically designed for accessibility. So you'd have to double check on that one. So let's look at that. So just their marketing stuff. So what do? You choose your ticket. You validate. There's the little box that you hold your ticket up against. And she does have a ticket. And then you go where you need to go. So tickets. These are in euros, by the way. So just do your conversion. You can get a one-way ticket for €9.50. Or my recommendation is between $25 and $65. You have unlimited use of that, and it does include some buses. It's like I don't think that's actually a train. I think that's more like a luas or like a shuttle, and though I have no idea what that is. So anyway, now the one thing I do want to tell you is the airport is not included. You can get to the airport, but it's not included. Because you're on a timetable to get to the airport, I always recommend the water taxi. It can be arranged at your hotel. You can actually do it on here, I think, as well. But I arranged it at the hotel. They're very good about doing that. They arrived exactly when they were supposed to, and we took it to the airport. And I have a video that I'll be creating on that one too, getting to the airport by water taxi and how you maneuver the airport. It's a small airport. It's not too bad, but I'll be honest, it was a little confusing for a small airport, even though there were signs in English there. So anyway, that's another video. So here again, probably a better picture of the little area that you have to click. Don't touch me, just hold me close. I think that's kind of cute. And so that's it on how you maneuver and getting through on the Vaporetto. Now, walking. The one thing I'll tell you about walking in Venice is it's great. You get to see so much. There are lots of alleyways. For the most part, you're safe. Always be aware of your surroundings. Aside from maybe a potential pickpocket, but always be aware of your surroundings. There may be people that ask you for money. Again, you're going to see that all through Europe. You'll see that really anywhere you go, and just keep walking, and you're fine. Now, the little alleyways are actually very cool because there are lots of little shops. There, you'll open up suddenly into a plaza. People will be dining in the plaza. You will cross lots of small little bridges. our hotel was not too far from Academia Bridge. So we crossed that a few times. We crossed Rialto. That was a little farther walk, but I really, you can walk everywhere, and walking is a great experience there. If you have some knee issues, you know, you're going to go up over the bridges. So keep that in mind. The bigger bridges are a little harder because there are a lot of stairs. The little bridges, you'll have maybe 6 stairs up, 6 stairs down. But you'll run across lots of little places. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I stopped for gelato because the gelato is so good, and it's hard to say no when you're walking by a gelato stand. To be honest, I do love my sweets. So spend some time walking around. You can get a gondola just about anywhere. You'll need to make a reservation most of the time. You can reserve also a lot of times at depending on where you stay at the hotel. Like our concierge was amazing. So you can stay at, you can get it at the hotel or at one of the booths. There are a ton of gondolas out in St. Mark's Square, not in the square, but on the water. And you can, you know, make arrangements there as well. I have some pictures I'll post of me by gondolas. There are so many. And the experience itself, I will post a video because I took lots of small videos. I'll piece them together and show them to you of our gondola ride. But really don't miss a gondola ride while you're there. That's a great way of transportation. It's more about an experience than transportation because it's a round trip. You'll go into the Grand Canal and you'll take some smaller canals. So it's really, really wonderful. For the most part, you can buy 2 types of tickets on a gondola. You can buy an individual, so it's just nobody else but you and whoever you're with. Or you can buy a group. We did a group one, so there were like 4 other people on there. It was not bad. Seating was great. It was fun. I think this is actually the gondola that I was on. But obviously, you can't see me because I took a picture in front of everybody. But really fun. And I'll have like I say, a short video about that so you can see that method of transportation in there. So I think I've covered everything for you. About getting around, the best way to get around when you're in Venice. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. You'll see all my other videos on my travels, and like the page too. Share it with your friends. We'd love it. If you want to travel with Vibrant Travel, I'd love to have you travel with us too. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you next time. Happy travels. Bye-bye.